Now on Coast TV News.
It's a soggy, dreary start to our Wednesday. We're tracking showers and drizzle throughout the day. I'll let you know when it all clears out coming up.
Ready for OC Rock and Ride.
Just the all-around atmosphere. It's great here in Ocean City.
It's the big event this week, and we have what you need to know about the temporary traffic restrictions in the town.
Affordable home funding. We look at the Delaware developments receiving low-income housing credits that were just announced.
Sussex County Skates, the effort to build a new rink and how much supporters are attempting to raise in the early stages of this plan.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And it is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, it's a rainy start to our morning.
I know, and I'm sorry you have to postpone your lawn mowing plans.
It's going to
tomorrow.
get done. Well, as we were talking before we went on the air, the reason I like Wednesday is because Thursday is the day the yard waste is picked up, so I like to have that done in advance.
If you're new here, we like to give Matt a hard time about
a lot of things.
I know. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, not a good day to really do any outdoor activities, especially yard work. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days, a gloomy, dreary day. We're waking up to some wet roads out there in Salisbury. Temperatures 67. Not going to see a whole lot of temperature rise here throughout the day today. And you can see the moisture coming in off the Atlantic. Very light, not all that widespread. And that's really what we're going to be seeing throughout the morning and into the afternoon as this coastal low, you can see it well off the coast of the Carolinas. It's going to be lifting to the northeast over the day today. As it does so, it's going to continue to pull in moisture off the Atlantic. So we'll continue to see scattered showers and periodic drizzle. Dealing with some visibility issues at this hour, down to 2.5 miles there in Georgetown with a lot of that low-level moisture. So use some caution out there this morning. 69 in Lewis. We're at 66 Georgetown. 64 Bridgeville, continuing to see that northeast wind flow off the ocean, 29-mile-an-hour gusts there, Indian River Inlet. So we're going to continue to see those high winds at the coast, at least 30, 35-mile-an-hour winds. So it's a soggy, dreary Wednesday. We do see a sunny, mild finish to the week and a wonderful weekend ahead. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel. There's something to look forward to there by the end of the week. So grab the umbrella today. Again, the rain not all that heavy with a temperature of 64 to start. And we're going to see temperatures really kind of hold steady through the day today. Kind of maybe we'll squeeze out a 70-degree temperature this afternoon. We'll talk more about the sunshine returning and a little warm up there in the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you, Chris. And we're getting a live look now at Milford. This is right off of Route 1. You can see the wet pavement there in the parking lot of Bay Health. This is an area that's south of the main downtown area, and it's a good look at what drivers are seeing at this point in the morning.
And to the south of that, here's Ocean City moments ago. It's a bird's eye view of Coastal Highway. As we can see, there are some slick roads. Our camera visibility is not the best this morning due to that rain, but these are the streets of Ocean City that are seeing some changes this week.
Yeah, those changes. That is our top story this hour. A special event zone in Ocean City takes effect today. The restrictions last until Sunday, September 14th. This is for the OC Rock and Ride Bike Fest. The special event zone reduces established speed limits and increases fines for violations. There's also an increased police presence throughout the town.
What was once called Bike Fest has now been changed to OC Rock and Ride. That's due to new management taking over at the Ocean City Inlet. Gates and cones have been placed down where OC Rock and Ride will take place. According to the owner of the managing team responsible for OC Rock and Ride, some changes have been made, which includes more vendors, an increase of local bands playing on the stage, and more seating options. But the main event, those cool motorcycles, one local is excited to see all the bikes in town.
Just the all-around atmosphere. It's great here in Ocean City, you know. Weather's beautiful. You got the beaches, you got the ocean, you got the bikes, you got the shows, you got the vendors.
As mentioned, if you want to check out some hot rods for yourself, OC Rock and Ride takes place now through September 13th.
This afternoon, the Ocean Pines Volunteer Fire Department South Station is attempting to get through the next step of a project that includes a firehouse. Here is what is going in front of the Worcester County Technical Review Committee. It's for a location on Ocean Parkway. In addition to the firehouse, the plans call for indoor bays and parking, and the committee is scheduled to review the site plans at 1 p.m.
New this morning, the Delaware State Housing Authority has awarded more than $3 million in low-income housing tax credits. The agency says the funding will help create 105 new affordable units and preserve 116 existing ones. One of the developments set to receive money, the Willows at North Star in Lewis, will add 46 new affordable rental units. Plans for the development call for a community that blends affordable housing with market-rate units. And to see what other projects in Sussex County have been awarded funding, you can head to the article on CoastTV.com.
The Denmarva tree planting initiative is helping protect the environment right at our beaches. The Delaware Center for the Inland Bays is one of 9 groups receiving funding through the Tree for Every Delawarean program. Denmarva says it has awarded $173,000 to support projects that will plant more than 12,000 trees across the state in the spring of 2026.
This just in, the newly formed nonprofit Miracle Ice Arena is fundraising to bring ice sports back to Kent and Sussex counties. The organization launched a $2 million fundraising campaign after the Delaware State Fair shut down the region's only indoor rink this year. With the closure, families in central and southern Delaware are left without a local option. The group plans to build a state-of-the-art 2-sheet indoor ice facility in Georgetown.
So there's several families, a lot of families, probably over 100 or more, that their children aren't doing anything as far as, playing the sport of hockey or figure skating or even, having the opportunity to even get on the ice at all.
And the effort to fund the arena is currently underway. Organizers are seeking donations on a GoFundMe site. The group's goal is to get 1 sheet up and running by fall of 2026.
Got a heads up for drivers in Salisbury. A temporary closure is coming to Elizabeth Street this month. The city says the closure is at the railroad crossing between West Avenue and East Railroad Avenue. You can see that right here on your screen. Crews with Amtrak are doing scheduled maintenance from September 19th through the 22nd. The city confirms detours are planned.
We are now getting a live look at Washington, D.C., where President Trump is defending his administration's knowledge about Israel's strike on Hamas leadership in Qatar. He says the U.S. played no role in the attack, which was focused on Hamas leaders. And
now, those ceasefire talks are in limbo. As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, family members of the hostages still held by the terrorist group fear for their loved ones' lives.
President Trump overnight voicing frustration with another escalation in the Middle East, an Israeli attack targeting Hamas leadership inside Qatar, that Qatar called cowardly and illegal.
I was very unhappy about it, very unhappy about every aspect, and we got to get the hostages back. But I was very unhappy about the way that went down.
The president saying Israel did not warn him in advance. On social media, the president writing, quote, unilaterally bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation and close ally of the United States that is working very hard and bravely taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals. Hamas leaders were in Qatar because the U.S. asked for a neutral site for Gaza peace negotiations that Qatar has been mediating for months. Those talks now in limbo, devastating Israeli hostage families. One mother saying she's trembling with fear for her son, still captive in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu authorized the strike after a shooting at a bus stop in Jerusalem Monday that killed 6 Israelis.
These are the same terrorist chiefs who planned, launched, and celebrated the horrific massacres of October 7th.
Israeli forces are once again stepping up military operations in Gaza, forcing beleaguered Gaza City residents to evacuate as President Trump and other world leaders push for a path to peace. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, catch birds before they leave. What opportunities you still have for bird watching in one area of our coast.
Also, DE Treasurer Town Hall will show you what information you need to know from the Delaware official after speaking to locals Tuesday night.
And a race to blood drive, the unique experience at the Dover Motor Speedway to assist the blood bank of Delmarva. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Well, a pleasant good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. Yes, it's one of those mornings. We're dealing with a lot of low-level moisture, some drizzle, some mist out there. So take it easy out there. Rain not all that heavy, 67 in Salisbury, dew point 66. So we're seeing some fog in some parts of the area as well as that spotty mist. And we're going to continue to see that at least through the morning and afternoon. So wet roads, fog. Use caution out there. We're seeing visibilities down to 2.5 miles, Georgetown 3 there in Ocean City and Salisbury. And then there's that low-level moisture and then those late showers and drizzle pulling in off the Atlantic. And that's really what we're going to continue to see throughout the day as this coastal low lifts off to the northeast. The bulk of the heaviest moisture is going to stay off the coast, but temperatures today, well, we're going to struggle to get to 70, I think, with all the clouds and those spotty showers. Continuing to see that northeast wind gusting upwards of 25 to 35 miles an hour, especially along the coast. You get your forecast anytime by dialing the First Alert Weather Phone, sponsored by Broxton Mandalis Federico. We'll have a look at the 80-degree temperatures returning to Delmarva in that full 7-day forecast. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. Happening today in Lewis, you might notice low water pressure or discolored water. That is because the Lewis BPW will be conducting hydrant flow testing. If you do notice discolored water, officials say run your cold water for 10 to 15 minutes until it clears up and avoid doing laundry during the tests.
New this morning, a chance to give back and also take a lap on the Monster Mile. Tomorrow, the Delmarva Blood Bank will host its 20th annual 9/11 Memorial Blood Drive. This takes place at the Dover Motor Speedway from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And organizers say people who donate will have the opportunity to drive on the mile-long track. You can call or go online to register.
Tuesday, Apple unveiled its next generation of phones. In wearable tech, the new iPhone Air is the thinnest model ever made and brings more computing power for AI capabilities. The new iPhone 17 features an enhanced camera. Apple also announced new upgrades to its AirPods and watches. The new products will be in store September 19th.
After a disastrous logo redesign, Cracker Barrel is suspending its restaurant renovations. In a social media post, the Southern-themed restaurant chain said the rocking chairs on the porch, fireplaces, and gift shops will not be removed from any more restaurants. Cracker Barrel's canceled remodel comes after the company's new logo, which removed the old-timer figure and barrel. That was met with backlash.
They're going to want to grab the umbrella today. The rain boots, the windbreaker. We're going to see those spotty showers throughout the morning and afternoon. I'll have details on when all this mess will be out of here and when the sunshine makes a return in that full 7-day forecast when CoastTV News Today comes right back.
Time is 5:16 and you are looking live at a few waves hitting the shore in Ocean City. First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobrono is here with us on it's a rainy Wednesday morning, Chris.
Yeah, hey there, Matt. Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of moisture coming in off the Atlantic, a lot of low-level moisture, some drizzle, some spotty showers, and that's really what we're going to continue to see through the morning. See a little moderate rain there pushing into just to the south of Ocean City, but not all that widespread. It's not going to be a complete washout of a day, but just kind of one of those kind of gross days. You can see that area of low pressure off the Carolinas. This is going to be lifting to the northeast, and as it does so, we're going to continue to see some of that moisture continue to work in off the Atlantic. So visibility right now, 2.5 miles there, Georgetown, 2.5 in Ocean City. Temperature-wise, we're mild at this hour, 69 in Lewis, 65 in Seaford to 64 Bridgeville. Winds right now, again, continue to be an issue more at the coast. Sustained winds generally between about 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusting 30 Indian River Inlet to 21 there in Ocean City. Now, because of that onshore push of wind and coastal flood advisories remain in effect through 3 o'clock today for the Delaware coast, further to the south through Worcester County, those are up through 1 o'clock this afternoon, and then further to the south through Accomack County and Chicotee, those run through about 5 o'clock. So high tide coming in at 11:07 in Lewis here, so that will be the next high tide cycle through the morning. 10:16 Rehoboth, 11:01 Indian River Inlet, and as we go down to Ocean City, 10:26, could see up to about a foot of inundation there at high tide. Well, not going to be much in the way of sunshine today. Scattered showers, the periodic drizzle, and those windy conditions at the coast. We may squeak out lower 70s, but I think we're going to have a hard time doing so. You can see Futurecast shows that spotty drizzle into the afternoon, but not all that widespread. And as the further inland you go, not much in the way of rain you're going to see. We'll begin to see the showers coming to an end through the evening We'll wake up tomorrow. I think we'll see some clouds kind of hang on tomorrow morning, and then we'll see gradual clearing through the day and expect some sunny skies by Thursday afternoon. There's those winds at the coast gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour through the afternoon. Then as we go into the evening and overnight, those winds will subside and we'll see more relaxing winds as we go into the day on Thursday. Here you see rainfall totals not all that impressive. Maybe we squeak out a tenth, quarter of an inch here throughout the day today. The good news is we rebound. Temperatures back up to 78 by your Thursday, and then we're kind of hovering right around that 80-degree mark as we push into the weekend, and we're looking pretty dry through the weekend as well with sunny skies, so that is good timing for that. 78 as the Walk for Prostate Cancer gets underway there at Cape Henlopen State Park. Festivities and registration get underway at 8 a.m., so looking pretty good for that. 70 this afternoon, spotty showers and drizzle, just a soggy day overall. We're at 60 overnight with decreasing clouds, and 78 for our Thursday. A few clouds in the morning, and then sunshine develops by the afternoon, and then we stay pretty dry through the extent of this 7-day forecast. We'll see a weak front push through Sunday and a Monday. Right now, we're keeping it dry through the start of next week.
All right, thank you, Chris. Tuesday night in Milford, Delaware State Treasurer Colleen Davis hosted a town hall. As Coast TV photojournalist Matt Hipsman shows us, she answered questions about the state's finances and the local impact of federal budget cuts.
A big part of what we try to do is ensure that some of the work that we're doing inside of the office actually makes it out into the community. We do so much work to ensure that our plans are producing returns for people, making sure that the programs that I'm responsible for, again, are not only doing what we expect it to do, but to kind of hear from people, to know whether or not it truly is making the impact that we're hoping for.
Really happy to hear what you said about the deferred compensation plan, how it has grown.
I was really happy to learn that the 457B plan, which is known to the state employees as deferred compensation, and I think that it would be nice if more state employees understood it and were able to, even for a few dollars a pay, start into putting money into it.
They're brutally honest with how poor they have to be.
A big part of what the ABLE accounts do for Delawareans is it provides an opportunity essentially for disabled people to save money outside of the amount of money that would normally be affected by their benefits. And in a world where you're only allowed to save $2,000, that's essentially poverty.
The ABLE plan ensures that people who are living with disabilities are able to invest and set aside monies that do not necessarily threaten their eligibility for benefits for health care and their Social Security benefits.
What Ms. Davis is doing is just taking a hands-on role in trying to understand what these very real limitations are, because a lot of these limitations were built around archaic structures when disabled people were not intended to be part of society.
There's more to come this morning on Coast TV News Today. Catch birds before they leave, how you can still enjoy bird watching on Assateague Island before the temperature drops. We'll be right back. Delaware State Police are continuing to investigate a car crash on Coastal Highway. It happened at 3:45 on Tuesday afternoon. Troopers tell us a Nissan Rogue was heading south approaching Hudson Road near Milton when a Subaru Forester was traveling east on Hudson Road but failed to remain stopped at a stop sign. The front of the Nissan hit the side of the Subaru. The Nissan driver was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, according to police. The Subaru driver and a passenger also taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
New this morning, the Salisbury Zoo is offering a unique experience by hosting its Bunk with the Beast camping adventure. Families can pitch their tents and enjoy dinner, a guided tour, animal encounters, and a night hike through the zoo. The next morning wraps up with a continental breakfast, and the zoo says people must bring their own tents, sleeping bags, and flashlights. This takes place September 12th and 13th.
If you are interested in bird watching, there's still time before our feathered friends flock south for the cold months. Assateague Island National Seashore offers plenty of birding options. You can join a ranger on a birding program at Tom's Cove Visitor Center in the Virginia district of Assateague Island. Binoculars, field guides, and a bird viewing scope are available to use, and each program is free. Two events coming up are on Saturday, September 13th, and on Sunday the 14th at 8 a.m. And I know someone who likes to go bird watching, but I don't think it's the actual bird.
Is it me?
No, it's Chris.
Oh, Chris.
The
Oh, the bird.
birds.
Because you looked at me, and I'm like, all right, I thought it was
No,
an eagle reference.
I had to. I thought of it while I was reading that. Chris likes
You're
to go.
dangerous on the fly.
I was thinking, I'm like,
not
"Ooh,
wrong.
what birds do I like to watch?" Oh, that's right. Big
Fly
birds.
Eagles fly, Chris.
The birds, come on.
Big game Sunday at 4. Yeah, we're seeing some high surf there. A dangerous risk of rip current. Say not the best beach day. I mean, there's people that like this kind of weather. They can go jogging when it's raining and stuff. 69 in Ocean City. Seeing that wind out of the northeast continuing at about 10 to 25 miles an hour. So a lot of clouds. Periodic showers, drizzle, mist is really going to be the theme throughout the day today. Lewis 68, and we're going to kind of hold really steady in the upper 60s to right around that 70-degree mark. On the bay side, not as much rain there. Temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 60s, only getting to about 70 with the scattered showers and drizzle through the day today. Kim Hostetter of Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Coast TV News umbrella. Congratulations there. We'll have a look at that 7-day forecast in the next half hour. Lisa.
Chris, and after the break on Coast TV News today, Firehouse Future, the plan set to be discussed today in Ocean Pines.
Also, affordable housing advancement. How many units to expect from this development in Lewis after receiving part of a $3 million tax credit?
And prepare to slow down in Ocean City. A special event zone is now in place, and we'll show you the activities happening today. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's a soggy, dreary start to our Wednesday. We're tracking showers and drizzle throughout the day. I'll let you know when it all clears out coming up.
Slow ride. The traffic restrictions going into effect today in Ocean City for OC Rock and Ride, and what makes this event different from its predecessor.
Delaware Housing Boost. Which developments in our area are receiving tax credits for low-income housing?
Firehouse Future. The plans getting reviewed today for the Ocean Pines Volunteer Fire Department's facility off of Ocean Parkway.
This is Coast TV News Today.
September 10th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
And we're about to hit 5:31 on this Wednesday morning, and I can report that it is raining in Milton because we continue to hear it on our roof.
It is raining this morning. It is a rainy Wednesday morning, and I also walked into you and Chris both wearing purple ties. I'm very disappointed in the color purple.
Yeah, we know how, because you don't like the Ravens.
No.
Probably me, but it's just one of those things, Chris.
Had to be purple.
And purple shirts, too, and we did not coordinate. Just got to make that clear as we bring in First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobono.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I agree. We did not communicate. We didn't plan this out. It just kind of happened. And we're taking a live look in here in Ocean City, seeing those low clouds there, dealing with some fog, some drizzle, mist out there this morning. 69 degrees there in Ocean City. Continuing to see that wind out of the northeast, about 11 to upwards of 20, 25 miles an hour. And there you see the visibility, 2.5 miles there in Georgetown, 3 there in Salisbury. So take some your time out there with the wet roadways. The rain, not all that widespread or heavy, but you continue to see the flow out of the east off the Atlantic. And that's really what we're going to be seeing throughout the morning and day today. It's all thanks to this area of low pressure off the Carolinas. It's going to be lifting to the northeast today. The bulk of the moisture is going to remain off the coast. 69 there in Rehoboth, 68 Dagsboro, 66 in Georgetown. There's those winds, gusts, 29 in Indian River Inlet to 21 in Ocean City. So we're socked in the clouds today. The drizzle, on and off spotty showers, breezy onshore flow continues, but the good news is we end the week on a high note. Sunshine returns tomorrow afternoon, and by Friday we're talking about temperatures right around near 80 degrees. Today though, well, these temperatures might be a little aggressive. I think we'll struggle to get to 70, especially along the coast, with those winds continuing at about 25 to as high as 30, 35 miles an hour. Coming up, we'll talk more about that warmer weather in the 7-day forecast. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris. And let's check out the conditions in Salisbury this morning. As we can see, the roads are definitely looking slick outside. Be careful as you are driving to work this morning. It's a rainy, dreary start to our Wednesday.
And here's what it looked like east of Salisbury. This is moments ago, high above Ocean City. You can see Coastal Highway in the middle of your screen. That and other streets are seeing changes in the town.
And our top story this hour, a special event zone in Ocean City is taking effect today. The restrictions last until Sunday, September 14th. This is for the OC Rock and Ride Bike Fest. The special event zone reduces speed limits and increases fines for violations. There is also an increased police presence throughout the town.
What was once called Bike Fest is now called OC Rock and Ride, and that's due to new management taking over at the Ocean City Inlet. Gates and cones are in place. That's the site of the event. According to the owner of the management team responsible OC Rock and Ride, some changes include more vendors, an increase of local bands playing on the stage, and more seating options. But the main event, of course, are those really cool-looking motorcycles.
New this morning, the Delaware State Housing Authority has awarded more than $3 million in low-income housing tax credits. The agency says the funding will help create 105 new affordable units and preserve 116 existing ones. One of the developments set to receive money, the Willows at North Star in Lewis, will add 46 new affordable rental units. Plans for the development call for a community that blends affordable housing with market-rate units.
Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. Today could see a turning point for the deployment of the National Guard in this city.
And new overnight as early as today, President Donald Trump says he could announce enhanced federal involvement in yet another city. This time, it might be in a red state.
Yeah, Amy Kiley shows us how Trump says the city's local leaders and that state's governor are receptive to the idea.
Up with liberation, down, down with occupation.
The emergency declaration behind the federal takeover of Washington, D.C. expires today, according to the mayor's office. President Donald Trump can't control its police force more than 30 days without Congress. Analysts expect he will continue his D.C. National Guard deployment and federal law enforcement surge.
This was one of the most unsafe cities in the country. Now it's as safe as there is in the country.
Some D.C. residents say they don't want Trump to be so involved in their city.
Today, students across D.C.'s college campuses have walked out to demand non-cooperation from their administrations in the face of Trump's military occupation.
Police say homicides, car thefts, robberies, and violent crime are down in D.C. since the takeover. So is restaurant traffic. Open Table says seated diners for online reservations dropped 2% between July and August, and 5% compared to June. The nonprofit Destination D.C. also reports a decline in tourism.
Took the metro here, didn't see any National Guard, didn't see any issues.
Now, Republican lawmakers are introducing bills to expand federal control of D.C.'s justice system. And Trump says other cities are in his sights.
The president would love to do this in every Democrat-run city across the country.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
This afternoon, the Ocean Pines Volunteer Fire Department South Station attempting to get through the next step of a project that includes a firehouse. Here's what is going in front of the Worcester County Technical Review Committee. This is for a location on Ocean Parkway, and in addition to the firehouse, the plans call for indoor bays and parking. The committee is scheduled to review the site plans at 1 p.m.
This just in, the newly formed nonprofit Miracle Ice Arena is fundraising to bring ice sports back to Kent and Sussex counties. The organization launched a $2 million fundraising campaign after the Delaware State Fair shut down the region's only indoor rink last year. The group plans to build a state-of-the-art two-sheet indoor ice facility in Georgetown, and the effort to fund and rebuild the arena is currently underway, with organizers seeking donations. On a GoFundMe site, the group's goal is to get one sheet up and running by fall of 2026.
President Trump voicing frustration with another escalation in the Middle East, an Israeli attack targeting Qatar. The president saying Israel did not warn him in advance. Hamas leaders were in Qatar because the U.S. asked for a neutral site for Gaza peace negotiations, and that Qatar has been mediating for months. Those talks are now in limbo. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu authorized the strike after a shooting at a bus stop in Jerusalem Monday. That killed 6 Israelis.
These are the same terrorist chiefs who planned, launched, and celebrated the horrific massacres of October 7th.
Israeli forces are once again stepping up military operations in Gaza as President Trump and other world leaders push for a path to peace. Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, running for re-election, we'll tell you about the campaign from the Maryland governor amid previous presidential speculation.
Also, high school football scoop. A look ahead to this week's Bayside Conference clash between Bennett and Cambridge South Dorchester.
And preparedness presentation, we'll tell you about the family activities taking place this weekend in Delaware to honor National Preparedness Month. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
We salute Joseph Chester for a lifetime of dedicated service. He served 22 years in the United States Marine Corps before retiring, then continued his commitment to public safety with 20 years in the Maryland State Police. Today, he proudly serves with the Dorchester County Sheriff's Office. His unwavering dedication to country and community is an inspiration, and we thank him for his remarkable service.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
A pleasant good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. A soggy, damp start to our day. Seeing those wet roads, low clouds out there in Salisbury and throughout much of the area. 67-degree temperature there. Winds out of the north at about 8 miles an hour. So you're going to want to use caution out there this morning. Rain not all that heavy, more of kind of the nuisance variety, but we're going to continue to see the showers, misty conditions throughout the morning and afternoon, as well as that fog throughout the area. Currently, we're seeing 2.5 mile visibility there, Georgetown to 2.5 mile in Ocean City. Seeing some of those showers begin to roll in just to the south of Golf Club Shores into Ocean Pines, and all this moisture is going to continue to pull in off the Atlantic, all thanks to this coastal low that's lifting to the northeast. You can see temperatures right now 68 in Milton, we're at 68 Gumboro, 69 in Bethany Beach. And we're going to continue to see those winds, especially at the coast, anywhere between about 30-35 miles an hour. So spotty showers and misty conditions throughout the day. Again, the rain not all that heavy and widespread, but it'll be out of here by tonight, and we'll talk more about that. And the sunshine returning just in time for the start of the weekend coming up.
Delaware Emergency Management Agency hosting the 19th annual Family Emergency Preparedness Day. This is in honor of National Preparedness Month. The event is free. It features educational activities and safety demonstrations. And on your screen is a map of where it takes place. It's Old Camden Road. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on September 13th. And Dima says you can even spend time with, get this, Sparky the fire dog.
The Office of the State Veterinarian in Delaware has confirmed 2 cases of West Nile viruses in horses in Kent County. According to the state, the 2 horses had to be euthanized. According to the agency, signs of infection include fever, anorexia, changes in behavior, and wobbling or staggering. Horse owners can take precaution by keeping their horses inside during dusk and dawn, using fans and repellents safe for horses.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Right here in Salisbury, James M. Bennett football needs to bounce back. JMB crumbled in its season opener at Caesar Rodney last week by 35 points. The Clippers can rebound when they host Cambridge South Dorchester Thursday night live on DSN. CSD also got thumped a week ago. The Vikings lost by 3 touchdowns at home to Kent Island, which is even more surprising when you consider Cambridge South Dorchester won 10 games last year. This Bennett team can't say the same. You'd have to go back to 2018 for the last time the Clippers cracked more than 3 wins. We visited JMB's practice yesterday ahead of its home opener, having the chance to catch up with 4th-year head coach Greg Lisinski. Fortunately, it appears Bennett has already identified where it needs to improve for Thursday.
Our focus is more so on correcting what we did wrong in the game on Friday night. We need to have better communication on the offensive line and on defense. We need to be more physical up front than what we were last Friday night. We need to convert third downs. It's hard to win a game whenever you can't convert third downs into first downs, and we didn't do that well at all last Friday.
It'll be interesting to see how both squads handle the short week. Kickoff for Thursday is at 6 here on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great rest of your morning.
Coming up tonight on DSN at 8:30 is the Field Hockey Bi-State Challenge. Then catch the final score at 10:30. Along with that Field Hockey Challenge, here are your exclusives on DSN Plus. At 3:45, you can watch Odessa take on St. George's in field hockey. At 4, Easton faces Bennett. Also at that time, we have boys soccer. Y High is at Mardella, and at 5:30, more soccer with Parkside and Snow Hill. Sunday night football on Coast TV, September 14th, the Atlanta Falcons visit the Minnesota Vikings. Coverage on Coast TV begins at 7.
Music and movie news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
You've created a creature of the night.
Fresh off winning 4 trophies at the MTV Video Music Awards, including Artist of the Year, Lady Gaga is extending her Mayhem Ball Tour. After January shows in Japan, she'll return to the U.S. next Valentine's Day, with 21 North American shows currently scheduled in 2 months coast to coast. Tickets go on sale today.
I need something big. I need something new. What do you think?
You don't want to be a Neil Diamond impersonator. You want to be a Neil Diamond interpreter.
I was looking for the right way to say it, and you just came right out and said it.
Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson play struggling musicians who form a Neil Diamond tribute band in the official trailer for Song Sung Blue. The musical drama about following your dreams, based on a true story, arrives in theaters December 25th. Forever in Blue Jeans in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
Well, we have that drizzle and mist greeting us this morning, and well, not going to see much of a temperature rise, starting off in the mid to upper 60s. Touching right around 70 this afternoon as those showers do continue. I'll let you know when all this mess is out of here, coming up in the full 7-day forecast right after the break.
We are taking a live look outside of Ocean City this morning, and Chris, it is a gloomy Wednesday. That middle part of the week, usually you need that sunshine to wake you up, but not today. The sun is taking a break on this Wednesday.
Yeah, you know, the weather's not going to really do good to motivate us today. Unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with a lot of clouds, drizzle, and starting off with some fog and low clouds this morning, as you can see there in Ocean City. It's mild, 69. You know, we had lows in the 40s earlier this week. 68-degree dew point as those winds continue to push in offshore, and we're continuing to see the scattered showers, this drizzle and kind of mist stream in off the Atlantic. It's not all that heavy, not all that widespread, and we're going to continue to see kind of these feeder bands kind of feed in off the Atlantic. Not expecting really heavy rain here today, but as the system lifts to the northeast, we're going to continue to see that moisture flow in off the ocean. And you can see visibility 2.5 miles. Georgetown, we're down to 3 in Salisbury and 2.5 in Ocean City. 63 in Harrington, we're at 66. Georgetown to 67. Willards, 69 there in Rehoboth Beach. And the sustained winds, 26 mile an hour there in Indian River Inlet, 21 in Ocean City as we continue to see that northeasterly wind flow. 30 gusts there in Indian River Inlet. So we have the coastal flood advisory in effect due in part to that strong push onshore wind, and we have the flood advisory down through Worcester County through 1 o'clock, and then further to the south extending into Accomack County. That runs through about 5 o'clock. You see high tide coming into Lewis, 11:07 with those small craft advisory, 10:16 in Rehoboth Beach, and then as we make our way down to Ocean City, 10:26 is your next high tide. Plenty of clouds, overcast skies with scattered showers and drizzle throughout the day today as we round the temperature up to around 70. There you see those few of those showers rolling in through the morning. Again, not all that widespread, not all that heavy. I think the shower activity does wind down through this evening, and then we'll see the clouds a little stubborn to kind of clear by Thursday morning, but by Thursday afternoon, sunshine and much milder as we're back up into the 70s, upper 70s. There's those winds gusting Fenwick Island 32 miles an hour this afternoon. And then as we go into the evening, the winds will begin to subside as that area of low pressure pushes further away from the coast. Rainfall totals, yeah, again, not all that heavy, could squeeze out 1/4 of an inch here throughout the day today. Temperatures, though, we rebound 78 on a Thursday, average high 82, and we're right around that 80-degree mark through the week. Timing there. We clear out Thursday through the weekend, and we're looking very nice for the Walk for Prostate Cancer there coming in. Cape Penelope State Park there Saturday morning, looking very nice with plenty of clear skies. We're at 70 today, spotty showers and drizzle. Again, breezy, especially at the coast. We're at 60 overnight as the showers come to an end with decreasing clouds. We start the day tomorrow with some clouds, but sunshine returns by the afternoon. Wall-to-wall sunshine for Friday, right around 80 degrees, and the weekend looking very nice with sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees.
Thank you, Chris. Maryland Governor Wes Moore is seeking more. Moore officially announced that he will run for re-election next year. It comes as the rising Democrat has faced speculation about a potential presidential bid in 2028. But this is what he had to say about the state of the nation and the role of governor in a state right next door to D.C.
When we're watching the chaos from Washington, that the people of this state want to know that they have a fighter as governor. They want to know that they have a governor who is focused on things like being able to jumpstart our economy, to keep our streets safe, to focus on public education, to make sure that we are bringing fiscal discipline, when we're watching the absolute opposite from people in Washington.
Moore's travels to the early primary state of South Carolina and national media appearances have fueled speculation about his future political ambitions. He made history when elected in 2022 as the state's first black governor. And the time is now 5:53, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet this hour is a strong boy. On your screen, that is Brody. Brody has diabetes and is blind, but those conditions do not stop this 9-year-old from living his best life. Brody was submitted to us by his family in Long Neck.
Oh, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
And that's where the QR code is, top center. Scan it, get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is 5:56, and we are going to take another look at our very rainy forecast.
Yeah, rain continues to be a factor this morning, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to continue to see spotty showers, drizzle, kind of that misty conditions throughout the morning and really through most of the day. And with that said, temperatures really aren't going to move all that much. We're going to see highs generally right around 70 degrees. The shower activity and drizzle will wind down through this evening. We'll see clearing skies through the overnight. Could see some lingering clouds Thursday, but by the afternoon, much better and much warmer. 78 to near 80 across parts of Delmarva. And we're going to kind of hover right around the 80-degree mark Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Could see a front late Sunday and a Monday, but overall, we're looking pretty dry and nice through the extent of that forecast.
Thank you, Chris. And coming up in our next hour, Bike Fest brings restrictions, the event zone starting today for Ocean City streets, and what to expect for this week's OC Rock and Ride. That and more when we continue with Coast TV News Today.